It's Lawn Fawn release day. Hooray, hooray. Let's see if anybody comes to visit us this morning as we show all of the fun new Lawn Fawn products. It's always a good day when Lawn Fawn has a new release. The cuteness is just too much. And I've got lots of inspiration slides to share with you as well. But if you've been following along over on the Lawn Fawn page, they've been doing videos and sharing lots of inspiration, and there'll be lots in the weeks to come as well. Orders have been flying in already this morning. You guys all know how this works. You order early for best selection, and then hope for the best. Okay, so we're going to get started. I don't want to keep anybody too long today. I haven't even had breakfast yet, so my tummy's grumbling. So we can get rid of this. It's not a secret anymore. And we're going to dive in. So let me get my slideshow up here, and we will start with the new, what are they calling this one? Hocus Purr-cus. Or Purr-cus. It's so cute. I love, oops, I didn't turn off my overhead light. It's getting a glare. There we go. I love that they turned the cats into Halloween cats because we are loving the cats. Yvonne says, good morning, Fawnies. It's going to be a break the bank day. It happens. I don't know what happens. It's like they just keep releasing great stuff. So this time around, you get the kittens, and they are brewing up some fun things in the cauldron, and they have their spell books out, and they're making potions. So lots of fun can be had with these. And I'm just going to share some inspiration. So we have stamped die bundles, and we have stamped die stencil bundles available. And there is an add-on for that as well. It's just a little set here that has the broom handle, which is in a lot of the samples, a couple of more books and some potions, and then these little sparkles. But they come on the big one too. Like, I love these little sparkles. And again, those can be used for other things besides the Halloween stuff, which is really fun. I always like to really dissect the stamp sets because the main images are obviously themed, but there's all these fun little things like this, you can use that on something else if you've got something that's sleeping. And then these little sparkles, and of course the speech bubbles are always popular, and they have dies for those too. So you can put anything that fits in there, you can use, and then you can always mix and match their sentiments to create your own words. So it's really fun. And there's the little add-on set. So stamped die bundles and stamped die stencil bundles for those as well. Okay, so here's some samples just so you can kind of see what the product looks like when it's in action. Oh, yes, Amanda's coming to visit/work today. And she's going to be driving here, so she's going to listen on the way. Well, that's fun. Olivia can hear me talking too. I'm sure she'll be confused. But here we go. We're going to look at these fun samples. And all of these slides are courtesy of Amanda. She put together the slideshow for me this week, so I would be ready to go. I love this one. The simplicity of this one is amazing. And I love the black and white look that they did. They have the new Hocus Purr-cus title in the background, white on white. And then they have that simple colored image with the little speech bubble, which is really awesome. So do you guys prefer cards that are bright and colorful like this? Or do you like cards like this that have the simplicity of like the white on white? Tell me in the comments. I gotta know. Because I'm really drawn to this one. I think this one is so cool. I mean, I love the colorful ones too, but I really love that one. And I love this one too, where they put the window in there. And you can use any basic shape that you have to put a window in a card like this, and then build your scene kind of around that window. I think that looks really cool as well. So again, even if you're not buying Halloween release stuff, a lot of these samples can be translated into other designs that they have. So really dissect the cards and get ideas for stuff that way too. Oh, you guys are all answering. Simple cards are good. Tammy loves them both. I do love the white on white for sure. I like Halloween colors. Yeah, it's, you know, no matter how you do it, really, it's going to be great. Okay. And then I wanted to show you guys, this was from a previous release, but they keep bringing this back. This is the workshop backdrop. It came out with their sort of like Father's Day kind of release, the tulle one. So this one here, you see this a lot. And this is the one that has the shelves on it. And you can build scenes on the shelves, which I think is a really cool concept. And if you haven't picked this up, it's not just for tools. And the little drawers at the bottom here are super fun to play with. And then I also brought up the one that runs horizontally as well, because you can create a lot of scenes with this as well. And the little drawers on the bottom here, they really do a lot of fun things with them as well. So don't overlook these just because they were released with the tool release. They work really great for a lot of other things. So I wanted to bring those up because that's what was used here. And I just love that idea. So lots of really fun things. Okay, and then next up we have, let's get these out of the way. We have the, what is this one called? The I Like Cute Moths. So they did the I Like Big Butterflies, and now they did the Cute Moths. So stamped die and stamped die stencil options. Again, there are little stars in the background here. There's the speech bubbles. There's a moon. And then in this case, the sentiments are scripted rather than just a typed font, which is kind of cool. And I will just show you some examples here of, oh, sorry, there's an add-on for that one too. What did I do with it? Here it is. So it has a couple of flight patterns with dies, and then a few other sentiments that go with that. And you can see lots of different ways that you can use them. And these are just like a little sampling of things that we kind of pulled from their social media pages and stuff. There's lots more inspiration out there. So definitely go looking if you're kind of on the fence about something, because there's tons of really great stuff. Now, I'm also going to bring to your attention the mason jar, the Build-A-Drink mason jar. That's the jar that's used here in this, this slide. The mason jar has been really popular. They did an add-on for it and made it into like a jam jar. And there's also this add-on that's available too, the lantern. And that comes with the sparkle lights that go inside and the little firefly. So both of these would work really well with the new Moth set. And we happen to have some of those in stock. So I thought I would bring them into the slide presentation as well, just to kind of show you, if you already have them, that they can definitely work with this. And then if you don't, and you've been kind of on the fence about it, here's another reason to pick that jar up. So they look really cool. You can kind of color them in lots of different color patterns and get lots of different looks. They can be kind of spooky, and they can be kind of fun and bright as well. But there's that moon and stars, which again can work for lots of different things. So consider that when you are looking at this set. And there's also a really cute little lantern in here, which I also think would be really cute at Christmas time. So yeah, like they're so good when they design the stamp sets. There's always little hidden treasures in them. And that's why people have such an extensive Lawn Fawn library. And I know for myself, when I'm creating things and I need a little something, I always go to my Lawn Fawn stuff first, because they have so many little things that that you can use on other things. So lots of fun designs. And then I think we're going to go into the fall mice. So this is my favorite one of the release. I am really addicted to all the little mice in the release. Now this one has a mouse carrying the pumpkin, and look at this one with the fall sweater. Oh my God. And of course they have all the different leaves, and then here's a mouse with a leaf on its head. So I think they have a release called Falling for You or Fall Greetings. I don't remember what it's called, but there is a bigger set that has the mice with the leaves and things like that. This would make a great add-on for that one. You've got greetings at the bottom, and it comes stamped die or stamped die stencil. And then this slide here shows it paired up with an older release with the scarecrow, which is really fun. But you can use just the ones that are in here to create really beautiful scenes. So look at those leaves. Like you could use those on tons. Oh, You Autumn Know. That's right. You Autumn Know. Thank you, Shelby. That's the original set that was released with the mice and the fall leaves and stuff. But this is a great one. Oh yeah, the sweater. It's a killer. I mean, I don't know. That's what sucked me in. I'm like, oh, gotta have that. And I like that you can pair it up with like old things like trees and you know, even like pumpkins and leaves that you might have from other collections. And you just put the mice in and it's just super cute. And then they have added another addition to the All The collection. I don't know if you know about the All The. They have all the clouds, all the speech bubbles. They have all the Santa hats. They have a whole bunch of all those. Oh, all the grasses. Now they have all the witches' hats. And I love that because you can take any critter you have, put a witch hat on it, and now it's for Halloween. So again, if you're not a big Halloween person and you just want a little thing here and there, you can totally get a set like this and change something that you already have into something that is Halloween themed. And Yvonne brings up the mouse could be a Toronto Maple Leaf sweater. So if you have Leaf fans in your family, you can make mice cards with Leaf jerseys on them, which is not a bad thing. Love it. My poor son is a Leaf fan. Well, a diehard one. We all are, really. But he's a diehard one, and I might have to send him a few cards this season if they don't play well. So that's a good option to have. But you see how you can put it on pumpkins. You can put it on critters. Anything that you want to turn it into Halloween themed product. And then they have a new addition to the Simply Celebrate line. And that is the Simply Celebrate squirrels. So stamped die stencil. So this is the one where they have like a row of them, and then you can put the speech bubbles above them. And there's lots of little greetings that you can put in there. And of course you can pair them up with, they have a set that has, I think it's something about hangouts, and there's logs, there's fences, there's things for school. There's all kinds of fun things that you can put your little Simply Celebrate row of characters on. And then you can pull in things like trees and all kinds of fun stuff to build scenes. So there's the log. I love the log. And even in the speech bubble to put the little acorn. Isn't that cute? Like, super fun idea. You can use them for birthday cards, anything. So really fun samples for such a cute set. There's the little fence. Okay, now I've got to switch out my slideshow here. Okay, so their new interactive die, this release, is the Big Hugs pop-up. So it is a little pop-up mechanism that you put inside a card. Now I do have a little sample that they sent us. Let me get it out here. So when you open it up, now they've made this sample on like pattern paperweight cardstock. So I would do something a little bit heavier and then it will open up a little bit better. But see, when you open it up, see how the little arms go open like they're giving you a big hug. Now, I've seen a lot of things done with this, and you can use it as a non-interactive item as well. So you can just use the bear. As you can see in this one here, his arms are just folded over, and it's not sliding at all. But that's what it's designed to do, is to pop open like that. So it's super cute. And just to show you some samples of what you can do to create cards with that. You know, get well soon cards are great. You know, anybody who needs a hug. I also love that you can pair it up with previously released products like those flowers from, oh, I forget what that's called, but that's a few releases ago as well. And then there's that mason jar again, but it's turned into a jam jar. In this case, it's honey, which is cool because it goes along with the bear. So we've got the add-ons for that. And then also this hive has a die cut bee that you could put together, and I'm sure it would work really great with the hive as well. So there are some previously released products that really go nicely with this. And there you can see, so there's that landscape thing again with the little drawers. And you can see at the bottom there, they've got the little mice and things popping out of them. And they're using the big bear on that one too. Oh, and Lynn brings up the point that it could be a polar bear, 100%. Oh, I know Lynn really likes polar bears. So, so it can be a brown bear. It can be a black bear. It can be any color bear you want. A white bear for polar bears, teddy bears. It could be anything. So they're really, really sweet. See, there's a nice dark brown bear. He looks very happy. And then there's also an add-on that makes it so that you can turn it into a ghost. So you just lay this over top of the mechanism and it turns into a ghost, which is a really cool idea for Halloween. So you can take the big die and then just with one little add-on, you can turn it into a ghost, which is a really sweet idea. And you can, you know, put a little bow on it and turn it into a female ghost. And of course it can still do the opening where the I don't know, we'll call them wings or arms, pop out like that. And look there's a little kitten with a little witch hat on it to make it spooky and Halloween-like. So if you have the original cat set, you can add the all the witches' hats and turn them into Halloween cats. Wow, just took a peek and we are selling out of things quickly. Yes, I know. So, and this happens with the releases. We always increase our order. And again, Halloween is kind of a hit and miss thing. And so is fall. So, you know, we ordered based on a super calculated math equation, you know, based on previous year sales and all this other fun stuff. And it just never seems to be enough. We always think, okay, if we think we should get this much, we should get a little bit more because it's never enough. And we always do that and it's still never enough. But we can place orders. So we almost always have a Lawn Fawn order going in immediately after the release. And the rep I deal with at Lawn Fawn has been spectacular. I kind of explained how our US address and deliveries across the border work. And she's been super great about shipping really fast to meet those deadlines so we can get the orders quickly. So if there is anything that you're not seeing sold out, please just shoot us an email. We'll order it right away. And, you know, we should have it within a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. And then you can be off and creating. So definitely reach out to us because things do sell really fast. And again, this ghost add-on is super fun. And then we have a new Build-A-Critter. So somebody commented in our post yesterday, and I didn't answer it because I couldn't give away any secrets. And the new Build-A-Critter is a cat. So they have the fox, they have the bunny. Is that the only ones they have? And then they have all of the accessories. And now they have a cat. And all the previous accessories work with the cat. And like the other ones, you can have your cat sitting and you can have your cat standing. So you can get lots of different positions out of your cat. And they can be up to all kinds of crazy things, depending on what accessories you use and what other products you put with it. So they're very versatile and they're tons of fun. They're a super popular product with Lawn Fawn, and we were excited to see the cat. So we do have the Build-A-Cat available. And these slides are just showing you lots of different ways to use the cat and how you can personalize it to look more like your cat. So whether you use it for fall or Halloween, or whether you move into the other seasons, it all works perfectly. Obviously, they're going to show it with Halloween things because they're doing it with their fall and Halloween release. But look at that. You can just use the heads. So I thought that was really smart. And I believe, can I just back up a second here? Yes, there's also a sentiment set. So I'm just going to, I'm just going to pull that out as well. And it is called Build a Sentiment Cat. And this works like all of their other Build a Sentiments, where you can mix and match all of these and create a whole bunch of different phrases. You can also mix and match them with sentiment sets that come with come with the releases like these. You know, the font might be just a little bit different. In some cases, it's the same, but you can create greetings that way. And then you can also create them with other previously released Build a Sentiment sets. So that is all part of that release as well. And then, of course, we have our Build a Potion bottle. And this can be used in many different ways. There is tons and tons of options. So obviously, the obvious way to do it is a potion bottle. So for Halloween, you can definitely do that. But here's a love potion bottle, which I think is really cool because Valentine's Day will be here before we know it. Also works for like anniversaries and things like that. So a potion bottle is a great, or sorry, a love potion bottle is a great idea. I love this too, where you have like a message in a bottle. So really versatile and able to use it for lots of different things, which I love. And they've obviously done lots of things with it for Halloween. And then we have the ghost tag, which is just a simple die that you can use to make a little tag. But look at here, you've got this cute little pumpkin in here as well. And if you don't want to have the arms on it, you can always snip those off and just have your die without that. So lots of things you can do. And I like this option too, because these little flaps fold forward and you can kind of have a little message in there and have it peek out. And then these two, we have the outside in stitched acorn and the stitched acorn frame. So you can see how cute that little acorn is. It's not so little, actually. It takes up a good chunk of the front of a card. Really cool idea for a picture, which I thought was a really fun option. And that's it for that slideshow. And then we'll pull this one up because we've got a couple more here. And this is the stitched acorn frame die. So great for shakers. And you can leave the face on or off because there's a little die there to make the face. So if you don't want a face on it, you don't have to do that. And then another favorite from this release for me is the acorn board, leaf and acorn border. So this is a border die with leaves. And then you get dies to cut out individual leaves that you can layer on top so you can make it different colors. And then you get these great acorn dies and toppers that you can add to or use separate with the border. So I think that's, again, another really cool, simple fall thing that you can pick up that you can mix and match with a few things that you might have to turn them into fall things or create scenes with. So just the simple leaves on this one make it a little more fall themed. And then there is a giant Hocus Purr-cus die. So if you're looking for a, larger one word or two word title that you can use for a big impact on a layout or a card, this is a good one for sure. And just to show you a couple different options. So these are all A2 size cards. So that kind of gives you an idea for size. And then they also came out with the thanks outline die. So we have some that are bundled and some that you can just get the outline die on its own. So these is like the shadow die for the thanks word. And then they also did it for hugs. Excuse me. So the scripty thanks die and outline. And then just so you can see what that looks like. And then they also have the hugs one as well. And then they came out with more of their sequins and things. This is new for them. So this is the moon and star clay pieces. So they're just polymer clay, little bits that you can stick onto your cards or you can put them in shakers. And then we have the sequins. So these are the Halloween sequin mix. So there's pumpkins and stars and ghosts and bats, all kinds of fun things in there. And then we've got the purple stars, nice and sparkly. You can see the light catching them there. So again, you can put them individually on as a sequin or an accent, and then you can also use them in shakers. And it's nice to add them, you know, a sprinkle of them along with other things just to pull in the different colors. And then these are the fall leaf confetti. So again, nice and sparkly. And you can add those into your collection. And then the last thing are the stars, I think. Yes. So they're like iridescent stars. And the bottle might look small, but there is a lot of stars in there. So if you're looking for some fun, festive, seasonal mixes for your shakers and things to add to your cards, then that is it. So that's it for my slideshow. Now we do have a couple of other things to share. They did release a couple of stencils for previous sets. This is the Fantastic Friends add-on coloring stencil. So if you have that set, this is kind of what it looks like. These are the coloring stencils for that. And then this is the Fantastic Friends coloring stencils. So this is the big one and this is the add-on, and that's what this one looks like. So that was released quite a few years ago, and they now have coloring stencils for that. And then also they have 2 new washi tapes, and I'm going to pull out my little samples here because it shows it better. So that's what the 2 washi tapes look like. So you've got the Happy Leaves and the Hocus Purr-cus, which are super fun, and those are both available. And then also they have a new paper collection. It's called Stripes and Sprinkles. So 6x6 paper pad is available for that. And on one side of the paper you get the stripes, and then on the this is not double-sided, I'm sorry. That's if it's 12 by 12 sheets. So you get dots and stripes in all of the different colors, and there are 36 sheets, so you get I think 3 of each design. And then they also have a new package of sparkle cardstock for Halloween, and you get the orange and the black. So does it say 5 sheets, 2 orange and 3 black in this sparkle cardstock pack? So their sparkle cardstock is quite popular. We have it in a few different colors, so it's definitely cool. And we have all the Christmas colors too. So if you're looking for like reds and greens, and the pixie dust, the white one, is available too, which is super fun. And then I just have a couple of card samples again that Lawn Fawn has sent us, just showing you live what the moths look like. And there's that cute little lantern, the moon in the background there. And then this one is showing you the cats, the Hocus Pocus, and this one's got some of that glitter cardstock on there, so you can see how glittery and sparkly it is. This is the purple. It's not in that pack, but just to give you an idea. And then there is the potion bottle. So that is that. And then once again, we've got the new interactive bear with the hugs. So it's really cute. Okay, so that is it. So we have everything up online and ready to shop. And like I said, we will send out an email later on today, kind of highlighting the release. And if anything has sold out, which it often does, just reach out to us, let us know, and do it sooner rather than later, because we eventually have to cut it off and send the order in. So we will top up popular things and then order what people are asking for. And then we move on. So definitely reach out to us and let us know, and we will get that order in. And I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you again soon.